their return will be killer. Killer Crabs: The Return, the 2012 novel by Guy Smith. This is the 7th book in Guy's Crabs series. The plot: Brian. Logan, nicknamed Brock, is at the Solway Firth on a hunting trip. He also heard of crab sightings and hopes to avenge his father, Harvey's, death from 1978 when the crabs attacked the Hayman's Island in Australia. Cliff Davenport and team will lead an attack as Brian hunts down the crustaceans, for they have returned and are hungry for human flesh. This is a bit forgettable, but still enjoyable trek through crab-infested marshlands. It is a quickly paced, dark, and interesting installment for sure. If the font was any larger in this book, it'd probably make it to 200 pages. It does make it easier to read, but if the font was evenly spaced and smaller, then it'd probably just make it to 100 pages or so. Plot-wise, this book is pretty cool. We get a man who is willing to fight the crabs head-on. Usually when that happened in earlier books, their head would be injured and they wouldn't be thinking clearly, or they were just an idiot with mental issues. I liked the character of Brian. He definitely has a good reason to be out there and fighting these creatures. Cliff Davenport is like 80 in this book, and still tactical as ever. Also, there's a possible throwaway line describing huge felines that is a reference to Guy Smith's Man-Eater, which came out a few years earlier. This book is cliché and unoriginal for sure, but it works at what it sets out to do. It achieves some decent carnage and isn't afraid to talk about the red stuff, even if it has a smaller body count than usual. The gore, severed limbs, and blood, the regular crab's forte. This book, like I said, is very forgettable for some reason. I can't even really remember the first half too much. I remember the previous installments more than I do this one, which is kind of weird. It seems to lack the suspense of the previous installments. The scenes that stick out to me the most are the ones with Brian and Karen. That's mainly because of the suspense, though. It's the book's only suspenseful aspect, really. Awaiting when he'd fight a crab and then claim the trophy is quite intense. However, suspense isn't really the key to this book's door. When you open it, you want to read about killer crabs, and that's what you get. Overall, I give Killer Crabs: The Return a 3 out of 5. I hope to get another installment in this crab series. The reason I'm not reviewing Crabs Omnibus is because I seriously ran out of time. But I hope to do it soon because I want to read all these short stories in here. And also, one other thing. This was my bookmark for reading the Crabs books. I made it myself. It's a crab claw, if you couldn't tell. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, as well as my Twitter fan page, and to leave comments and subscribe.